Brent Redman here from Buchanan Turf Supplies. I've been involved in the turf industry for probably over 40 years now. If we cease the pump rule comes in, maybe we might as well close the doors, because when they want to cut us the water off, that's when we need it. No cease to pump, please. Leave it as it is. Been irrigating this area for 70 years, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Matt Dennis, one of the local farmers in the Hunter region that's going to be affected by the cease to pump new government legislation which they're trying to put in place. Hopefully, if we can all band together, we can get the locals and stop the cease to pump rule, which will affect us greatly. We do supply a lot of the local restaurants and a few in Sydney. We've been farming for third generation. My young fellow Liam, he was going to take over one of the farms, but if they do bring the cease to pump in, we will be selling up. So yeah, the cease to pump will just stop our business completely. It affects everyone that's in the area. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, my name's Amarelle Dempster and I'm the chair of the Earth Market Maitland. The Slow Food Earth Market Maitland started about 5 years ago in response to the lack of food for local people, food grown locally. So we've got a lot of farmers here, lots of small producers, all in the Lower Hunter, and without water, there'll be no food for the local community. So our farmers, the food system that we've developed here in the Lower Hunter relies on water, and without water there'll be no food grown here for the local community. There'll be no biodiversity, and we'll see a lot of people go out of business because they can't farm, and the community will be at a loss because they can't get food, local food, seasonally and on time.
My name's Stephen Osborn. I'm here with my brother Roger, and we are third generation vegetable farmers at Pitnacree. We rely terribly on the river to pump our crops and grow them, and if there was a cease to pump clause introduced, we would be out of business. We could not trade, we'd have to sell and get out of the business. We grow basically a lot of potatoes, some pumpkins, watermelons, hybrid seed maize and ordinary maize, and we've got quite a lot of lucerne hay. And we rely so much on irrigation. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Terry Stewart. We've been turf and lucerne farmers here for 20 years. It's family business. If these cease to pump rules are implemented, I cannot produce product. I'll have to sack my son, and I don't know what I'll do with the farm, but it'll become a desert. Thank you.
Hi, it's Glen and Kirsten, and I'm third generation farmer in the Largs area. We run Hunter Valley Sunflowers and Hunter River Hay. We have farms on the Hunter River and the Patterson River. With a no cease to pump order, we wouldn't be able to, in drier times, germinate seed for these sunflowers, where people come from Wollongong, Sydney, Port Macquarie to come and enjoy the field. We also produce hay, and in drought-stricken times we're able to support farmers as far as Glen, Inverell with hay to keep their breeding stock alive. Again, without any water we wouldn't be able to produce any hay for them, and we wouldn't be able to keep this farm running at all, or the other farms that we have in the area.
Hi, I'm Julie Wokes from Dunanord, an historic property on the Patterson River opposite Tokau. We have three operations here. We have a beef operation. We run cows and calves and sell their progeny off into the prime markets. We have a fern nursery, specialist fern nursery. We sell our ferns across New South Wales. We employ 4 people in our nursery, and we have what's believed to be the oldest house in the Hunter Valley, which we have renovated, and we now have as old Dunanord as a bed and breakfast, which enables people to be able to come here and enjoy country life and the history of our area. A cease to pump would impact seriously on all 3 businesses. Our beef operation has our pasture base is tropical in the summer, kikuyu and chicory. We require water for this. This then provides the base of our silage, which we use to feed our cows during the winter time, and in the winter we have a rye and clover base of pasture, which again needs water. Our fern nursery, we need water for our babies when they arrive, during the growing period, and before we sell them. And our historic bed and breakfast is within the context of green pastures and our cattle operation. A cease to pump would, as proposed, would stop irrigating in the summertime when it's needed. This would mean that the green pastures wouldn't be there, the cattle numbers wouldn't be there, the fern nursery would have serious challenges.
Hi, it's Judy Mead from AgTurf. My husband first started this business over 30 years ago, and we've been supplying all of the Hunter Valley and Newcastle areas of premium quality turf. I'm proud to say we have 7 generations of farming family in this region.
The cease to pump rule is a major concern for our business. We rely heavily on irrigation from the Hunter River to be able to harvest, grow and maintain our turf. Without this, it'd be detrimental and we would have to close.
Here at AgTurf, we supply turf to local landscapers, sporting fields, parks, vineyards, tourist attractions, plus residential and commercial customers. So the cease to pump rule will have a flow-on effect, affecting the whole community.
Hi, I'm Jesse Clarke from Phoenix Park Farm. My family's been here for 40 odd years and we grow a heap of a range of different vegetables here. If the cease to pump order comes into play, then basically my farming business is finished. There's no way that I can continue to grow a diversity of food crops if the cease to pump order comes into play.
Yeah, g'day, I'm Peter Clarke. I'm here at Phoenix Park. We've been here over 40 odd years, irrigating inconsistently depending on weather. The main thing that I'm looking at is securing things for my grandchildren. If the regulations change now, it's not really me, it's the grandchildren and what the future will hold. I'd like to see the science that proves that what we're doing now is detrimental. If they can show me the data. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Anna and Andrew here from Lawn Turf. So a quick family background. My family's been farming here on the flats for close to 150 years now. My great-grandfathers and their relatives on the Mead side grew vegetables on the flats here, and my grandfather Doug Tilse, who owned the property along Glenarvan Road, started out in vegetables before moving into hay production and finishing up as a turf grower.
Today we farm the same land for turf production. We're currently expanding the farm to plant more varieties. Any cease to pump rule would see the end of any future plans we have and put a stop to any current farming.
My name's Cameron Archer. I was responsible for running Tocal College for 28 years, and I lived through a number of droughts and challenging situations on the farm, and we're always very pleased to have the reliability of pumping from the Patterson River for irrigating on the dairy, and our whole business at Tocal and the business at Tocal continues to be based around availability of water from the river for Tocal Dairy. Tocal Dairy and Tocal College is the only training institution in the state for agricultural work and agricultural workers and professionals in agriculture. So it's very important that that institution remain and the farm enterprises remain as viable, high quality businesses. And the cease to pump, which doesn't make sense to me, having lived on the Patterson River for over 40 years and seen what we've all gone through, all the producers, Tocal, and how the river has been, a cease to pump does not make sense. I cannot understand why they'd even bring that in, because what farmers have done over the years is regulate their water use and match the water quality with their crop, and that's what they continue to use. In addition, the amount of water that they take out of the estuary and the tidal pool is insignificant to the ecological health of the pool. So the cease to pump does not make sense. We're all interested in the viability and the sustainability of the river and the tidal pool, and stopping people from pumping at certain times, a lot of times mind you, is not the way ahead.